Hey everybody, back again with another video. I'm going to cover the Firemouth cichlid. These Firemouth are one of my all-time favorites because it's one of the first cichlids I ever kept. And a lot of people I think underrate this fish, but as you can see, as they get larger especially, they get incredibly beautiful. And this fish, if it were even higher in the hierarchy of this tank, would be even more stunning. It actually will have some beautiful black bars that go along the side of its body. But even beyond that, I still think they're just absolutely gorgeous. And there's nothing like seeing a firemouth flare up its throat. In my opinion, it's one of the coolest things that out of all the cichlids that I've kept. Ideally, it'll do it during this video. I have several videos of my tanks where it does flare up. We'll see what happens. But this fish is very hardy. It's like, in my opinion, a more beautiful convict. And very similar in the sense of size, maxes out about 5-6 inches. In many cases, I wouldn't say it's as aggressive as a convict, but certainly can hold its own. You can see in this tank, I have what are considered fairly aggressive fish, and it's doing just fine. As far as food and water parameters, they're not picky. Again, these are extremely hardy fish. They're hard to kill. Just keep your water stable, do weekly water changes, have good filtration, feed as high quality food as you can afford, and these fish will look great for you. You can see from my tank mix what I keep with them, but you can keep a wide variety of fish with these. You could potentially keep all kinds of barbs. They're on the scale of cichlids. I would consider them more semi-aggressive than aggressive. So you could get away with maybe a firemouth with a school of tiger barbs, or something of that nature. It's more of a community fish with other semi-aggressive fish. I have a rainbow shark in here, for example. Things like that. A rainbow shark is not really safe necessarily for a guppy. And of course, neither is the firemouth cichlid. But similar fish, you could get away with some kind of community. But I think they do best in a community with cichlids, and clearly that's what I got going on here. So yeah, again, one of my all-time favorites. Just an absolute beautiful fish in my opinion. And you'll find that what's interesting about fish keeping is certainly there's some objectivity to fish keeping, but there's also a lot of subjectivity. And what I mean by that is, because this is the first cichlid I ever kept, it just has a special place in my heart as a hobbyist, where there's a lot of people who look at this fish as like a cheap, not very attractive cichlid. And you'll have that for yourself, and you never know what that might be. And so I've always kept them here and there, and I just picked this one up. Someone was rehoming it, and it was already about 4 or 5 inches, and so I knew I had to go for it because they're just gorgeous. And this is one of those fish, when the closer you look, the more beautiful they are as far as the coloration in the fins. They have beautiful speckling. And again, when this fish gets in a dispute, there's nothing like it in the cichlid world. It is just so cool. That throat drops down, flares up. You just saw a little bit of there. And when they really do it though, really go for it, if they're really in a fight, if they're disputing for a spot in the hierarchy, it's quite amazing in my opinion. And one of the coolest things you can see as a cichlid owner, in my opinion as well. So I appreciate you watching. Clearly he's also very intelligent. He knows who I am. He knows I feed. He gets very excited when I approach the tank, and that's always fun to see too when a fish knows you. But again, the colors in the fins, absolutely pretty, and one of my all-time favorites. So if you got any questions, comments, let me know. Go ahead and drop them below. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.